Hey, this is Justin. Thanks for downloading and listening to the J and J Talk Show. Be sure to subscribe to our podcast wherever you listen or favor our show on Spotify app or Facebook. You can also listen live on YouTube at the J and J Talk Show. What's going on, everyone? Happy Thanksgiving, wherever you guys are tuning in from on YouTube, on Spotify, on Facebook. This is a 2 hour edition. Gosh, I'm already messing up here. 2 hour edition of the J&J Talk Show right here on YouTube Live. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in, checking us out here on this special holiday. We have a lot to thank for. I have crawled and begged and pleaded. I got down on both knees trying to get both Jake and Trey here. And they're in the studio. So, listen, today is about Thanksgiving. It's all about giving thanks and what you're thankful for. And trust me, in this 2 hour edition, we're going to have plenty of time to do that. But we're also going to bring to you some sports. I know Trey hasn't weighed in on his Survivor Series, wants to talk a little bit about Monday Night Raw. You also have NFL Week 12 is here. 3 games going on today, followed by Sunday's showdown. I know Trey and Jake is going to get heated up after each other because the Pittsburgh Steelers will take on the Cincinnati Bengals and their second showdown of the season. But we got a lot to get to. Thank you for everyone tuning in. But let's first off by giving thanks to how the production is run. Without these operations, these websites, the accessibility that we are given via web pages, we're not able to do our show each and every day. So let's go ahead and give shout out and thanks to them. Let's give a quick shout out to StreamYard. StreamYard is the studio home of the J&J Talk Show. If you're looking to create your own podcast, YouTube video, or even looking for your own virtual business meetings and videos, StreamYard is the place to go. Head on over to StreamYard.com and start making your dreams a reality. Listen, we've been using StreamYard since day one. It's very easy, very self-explanatory. I say StreamYard's made simple for dummies. If you're looking for a podcast, you're looking to start, making live videos, whether it's on YouTube, Facebook, any social media accounts, whatever the case may be, StreamYard is the way to go. They have OBS, they got Streamlab, they got all these other things. But it makes it very simple. I could get multiple people on here. I can link it up to my computer. I could really have fun with this, and that is the key. So, StreamYard, thank you for providing a simple app here, a simple web page that I could easily operate to do our podcast on. Okay. Also, I'd like to give a quick shout out to Placeit. Create your mock-up logos and videos through Placeit. The J&J Talk Show is proud to be using Placeit to create all of their logos and promotional videos. Placeit is by Envato. Head on over to placeit.net for your free trial. Once again, Placeit. Listen, you make it simple for us. Just a click of a button, a couple type-ins, and we're good to go here. So placeit.net for more information on that. I also like to give a shout out to Epidemic Sound to discover your world-class artists, composers, and bands. Find your perfect soundtrack and give your social media accounts the music they deserve. Epidemic Sound is a licensed music and noise effect link. Check out Epidemic Sound for more information. Once again, listen, we've trialed and error this, and we could use Spotify, we could use whatever we want, but we don't want to get ourselves in any trouble. So Epidemic Sounds provides a perfect place for the J&J Talk Show. And if you're looking to put music onto your social media accounts, it's the perfect website to do. Knowing that you won't get in trouble for doing so. Also, Stream Elements. With one click of a button, easily create and start selling your merchandise through Stream Elements. It's that simple. Stream Elements gives you a platform with a handful of objects to sell. Simply upload and create what you want to sell and allow Stream Elements to do the rest. They create your store, they create your merchandise, they deliver your merchandise, and give you your profit. Stream Elements makes merchandise simple to sell. Head on over to streamelements.com for more information. Um, listen, I mean, if you talking about Stream Elements, if you're looking for that perfect present for somebody, or you just don't know what to give them, head on over to our Stream Elements page, um, and it's actually our store, the J&J Talk Show store, merch.streamelements.com/, JJ Talk Show, and pick up your your jacket, your t-shirt, your hoodie, your phone case, and whatnot over there. Also, like to give a last quick shout out to Canva, a little web page I found earlier this past week. Canva has been able to provide us a simple template to use on our videos for our commercial breaks. So you guys saw that back on Tuesday, um, and I think it really helps. It's something that we're going to probably be sticking them with for quite a while. So listen, it's all about giving thanks on this Thanksgiving's edition. We welcome you wherever you guys are tuning in from. Listen, YouTube, we're live on YouTube. You can check out all the episodes on YouTube. Afterwards, I post this up on Facebook, and then also I give out I put this on Spotify. So listen, if you're at work, if you're driving, if you guys are busy, I know people are celebrating with families today. But if you're that type of person or your job requires you to work today, you can listen to us on Spotify. Okay, head on over to the J&J Talk Show on Spotify and check us out. Um, YouTube, Facebook. If you, listen, there's no reason why you can't listen to us. I know Trey says this all the time in his video, in his Facebook messages and everything. Check us out on Spotify or and YouTube and Facebook. There's multiple devices areas you could check us out on. Also, listen, the J&J Talk Show is an open podcast. We would love to get your feedback, love to get your thoughts. We would love to get your take on things. So check us out. Bring us into Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I myself is more of a Facebook person. If you want to reach out to me personally, reach out to Facebook. All right. Instagram, TikTok, Instagram and Twitter. I'm not, that's there. I know Trey's done a great job setting that stuff up. If you need to reach out to one of us, you want to talk to Trey, reach out to Instagram and Twitter. I know he's part of that. He takes a lot of pride into promoting that stuff. Also, number one, hey, TikTok. Hey, we've been working on our TikTok page ever since day one, thanks to Trey. Okay. He's kind of been our big promotional seller here on this show. And so, thank you, Trey, first and foremost, for doing everything that you're doing to promote our show, getting us out there on the social media. But, that's how we do our videos. And listen, I tell you this, I never thought I'd do a TikTok video. I told you this on back on Tuesday. I break 3 cameras already. I bought 3 cameras for this show. I've gone through all 3 of them because my face. Oh, you don't want to see my face. um, but listen, TikTok's worked out. I made a couple of videos. Hopefully, I could get in the swing of things and make more. But hey, listen. We got ourselves a social media platform. If you want to reach out to us, talk to us about some sports, we're all on into it. So here, let me get you the rundown before I get Jake and Trey in here really fast. Like I said, our number one, I want to get Trey's opinion about Survivor Series and Raw. I know we went more into detail back on Tuesday, but Trey hasn't weighed in his thoughts. I also want to get into AEW. I watched the highlights last night, and Jake, I know, has a lot to talk about there. Cody Rhodes turning heel. Man, if you don't, he's going to turn heel regardless, I think, at this point. But we got a lot more to talk about. What a phenomenal performance by Thunder Rosa last night. Also, I think I'm going to say this before I let anyone else talk. Also, and give my points out and said, um, we saw the first fight of what is to become an epic battle with Brian Danielson and Kenny Omega last night as well. Hour number two. Hour number two. We are also getting into the NFL. Like I said, we got three Thursdays games. We got three, not one, not two, but three. Three games today. I don't. What do you guys think? Is that a game to actually? I mean, are these exciting games to you? I mean, they're kind of traditional games. So we'll get into that. Also, we have our picks, our weekly picks. We do up on Thursday. I know Justin did send me his picks on time. I have the tally score for you um as well as the uh everyone's pick coming in. So listen, it's 2 hours. I spent a lot of time already yelling and talking about nonchalant bullcrap here. So let's jump right into it. We're taking you into the to the King. We're gonna take you right into the noon o'clock hour, and at this point, let's go ahead and bring in. Let's go ahead and start bringing in Trey. And we're going to bring in Trey first here. Trey, what's going on over there? Happy Thanksgiving. How are you doing?
Thanksgiving. I'm doing all right. I'm not excited about being awake, but I'm here.
This is, I mean, honestly, I feel like this is like the first time you woke up this damn early. Listen, I know how much of a struggle it is for you. I appreciate you taking the effort. Hopefully, you don't fall asleep on us in your chair throughout the show, but we appreciate you tuning in. Listen, I'm going to be honest with you. I thought coming into this show, I thought I was going to do it by myself. There was no intentions on forcing anyone else to come on this show for the 2 hours and to give us, some in-depth conversation. But when you told me that you're going to be able to come in, now I got Jake in. Now it's going to be a party.
It's a party. Happy Thanksgiving.
And
I hope you enjoyed the ribs without me.
I still got some more ribs. Yep. Those were really good ribs. If you guys missed out, Northern Kentucky, Cincinnati area, Travis Chappelle has some great TC barbecue ribs. Want to give a quick shout out to him. Listen, I was his first guest of the day because I had to get to work, and I got to his place, and he has like four smokers out there, and it's one big line chain. If you know anything else about smoking, and I know nothing, okay, but he put that stuff out there at 4 o'clock up in the morning. He had all that. He had his kids season it, get the grill ready, um, the smokers ready in that case. But he did a phenomenal job. They taste amazing. I can't wait for him to do that again. Trey, listen, Trey, you got to get some next time.
I need to. I'm super jealous.
But yeah, that was some great stuff. All right, let's go ahead and bring in our other good friend here, and Jake. And before we get down into business, Jake, what's going on, my man, over there? How you doing?
It's really great. Been a great vacation. Last night before I got a chance to come back here, I got a chance to go deliver some Thanksgiving dinners to those who couldn't afford it with my dad. So that was something really special. You never know what type of impact you're going to make on people. So it was really awesome to do that. And I do want to wish everyone out there a happy Thanksgiving. Be blessed, and I'm hoping you guys have a great one with your families.
Happy Thanksgiving, Jake.
Well
Happy
said.
Thanksgiving to you, Trey.
I mean, so listen, Jake, you're on the you are your families. You took a week off to travel for Thanksgiving. You're in Kentucky, about an hour or two away from us. You got some plans after this show. We'll see how hopefully maybe you get on for the whole 2 hours, if you can. But is there anything that you're particularly doing this Thanksgiving?
Honestly, what I'm doing is mainly the reason why I came up here was to get a chance to spend some time with my grandma, and I get a chance to see my dad, who will be up here, and I get a chance to see my family, who I haven't got a chance to see in a while. So, really, truly, we're just gonna be able to spend time together. I mean, obviously, I'm gonna have the football on. I asked my grandma yesterday. I said, "Hey, is it okay if I put on football?" And she says, "As long as it ain't too loud and disrupting people talking, that's all that matters." I said, "Hey, I mean that's fine. That's fine. I will make sure that it can be as quiet as possible. I just need some football on because every Thanksgiving, it's always been a tradition for me to watch, no matter what game comes on. Every single game, there's always football on, and I really wanted to do that
Right.
every Thanksgiving. So
Well, that's exciting. I mean, it is always about football here, and I could tell you that through personal experience growing up, it was football. That was kind of like the centerpiece of Thanksgiving. That's what kind of brought the families together, other than conversations. You know, the kids would go on and play, and then the teenagers and the adults will go sit around the TV and watch all the football games and talk about how crappy they were because they haven't really been, traditionally you got the Lions and the Bears, you got the Cowboys playing, and it's just like sometimes their performance isn't the greatest. But
yeah.
we're going to be talking about that in hour number two of our program. Trey, what are you doing for Thanksgiving, Trey?
I'm actually doing nothing, actually. I'm saddened. Normally we do it with Courtney's family, but they're going back to celebrate with their family back in Ohio. So
Hmm.
unfortunately, I don't get to do nothing but
No one going to get you a
watch
turkey
football
dinner
because
or mashed potatoes?
unfortunately,
Stuffing.
with my wish, but now our Thanksgiving dinner is gonna consist of chicken.
Can't beat that, right?
You know, listen, I mean, I
I'm
did
I'm
that last year. I
saddened.
did chicken. I did my Thanksgiving off of a rotisserie chicken. Okay, my Thanksgiving last year was consisted of a rotisserie chicken. Some stuffing. Mashed potatoes, mac and cheese, green bean casserole, all that's fun stuff.
Hmm.
Sweet potatoes. Um, I'm fortunate enough to have being. I was invited out to a house later on today, so I'm gonna get out to that and enjoy enjoy some time with some family that I have. But I was never. People are gonna hate me by saying this. I was never a huge turkey person.
Yeah.
I I mean,
There
I love
always.
turkey, but it has to be the right tasting. I feel like some turkeys is easy to dry out. Like for example,
Mhm.
I can't do a ham. I don't do ham no more. Yeah, I
My
know.
What?
I can't
I'm
do a ham.
surprised. If we always
I've
have
just grown out
the
of it.
debate,
I'm not. There's just for me, it's too tough. I'm talking about the bake hams. They're just too tough for me.
for me, it's like, besides turkey, the ham was always it for me. It was the ham, the mashed
Hmm.
potatoes, the stuffing, and of course the gravy. I mean, no matter how old you get, to me, I'm always gonna be liking ham. Like, yeah, the turkey might be great, for me, it's the ham. It's it's the ham that's like
Yeah.
mainly the main centerpiece for me.
I think the only thing I would do with the ham is make ham sandwiches. I can't eat the ham alone. Let me put it that way. But I mean, you don't have ham sandwiches, around the holidays. Well, I mean, you do it for leftovers, but you don't necessarily do it for, for the actual Christmas coming up and Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
But
I was gonna say, if, like for fat kids like me, it's like with the leftovers, we make like the biggest sandwich out of whatever's left in the fridge. You just grab
yeah,
two pieces of
yeah,
bread and then you just make a sandwich out of whatever it is, and then just heat it up, and then boom, it's delicious.
but
right. Well, listen. I mean, we got a
so,
lot coming in under your way. We got a lot coming underway here. We got to step out to a quick break, okay, you guys? But stick around. We got a lot more going on. I got Trey and Jay ready to talk some football, ready to talk some wrestling. Coming up next, really fast. All right, is we got ourselves. I want to get Trey's thoughts on the recap of Monday Night Raw get a little bit more about Seth Rollins being attacked. There's some new storylines coming out with that, as well as Survivor Series. And then at the end of the hour, we'll come in. I want Jake to talk about AEW Dynamite last night. So, hey, listen, happy Thanksgiving to everybody, wherever you guys are tuning in from. Hit that like, share, subscribe, comment, leave your comments down below. Also, let us know, chat in with us, let us know how we're doing. We'll be right back right here on the J&J Talk Show.
Trying to make up your mind like you need more time. You've already spent most of mine. Even when your words fail, you try to keep it light. You realize I'm done right. You can be honest. I don't appreciate your lies. It's about damn time you get it right. I'm up all night. You keep pretending that you'll keep.
Welcome back here on the J&J Talk Show. Happy Thanksgiving, where everyone is listening in from. We welcome you to a 2-hour episode taking right up to noon. I believe it takes you right up to the first NFL game, if I'm not mistaken. But we got a lot going on for you guys today. I want to get right back into it. I got the Macy's Parade. Is anyone else watching the Macy's Parade?
Not here, no, not here.
I
Trey?
am. Yes,
You
I
are. So
am.
you got the Macy's Parade in the background. I got the Macy's Parade. I just saw Blue's Clues
Yep.
Listen. I mean, it brings up childhood memories. I know my mother used to always sit around and watch the Macy's parade, all the time. It started at 9 a.m., right? And I think it goes until noon. It's like a 4 hour parade.
Yep.
I don't. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't. The Macy's parade didn't happen last year.
No, it didn't because of the
Did it?
pandemic, but
No, they
now with
replayed. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, they pretty much replayed it. But I know my mom. It was always been a Thanksgiving tradition for her. Whenever she cooks the food, and she's got to turn on the Thanksgiving Day parade. Her tradition was the Thanksgiving Day parade. Me, it was football. And shout out to my mom. I
Well,
know.
hey, but that's the thing. Before we could get into football, you had to watch the Macy's parade.
Yeah, yeah.
You know.
And if you guys missed it, The Rock did a little cameo, telling people what he was thankful for, and Stephanie McMahon did too.
You know what?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but I can't. You want me to support that, and I can't.
At least like
It's
give.
disappoint. I love it. I love what they're doing, but I'm like after watching Survivor Series and after being invested. I mean, here's the thing. I know there was rumors. I know it wasn't something WWE promoted, but really, you couldn't get Dwayne Johnson back on SmackDown or back on Survivor Series.
No.
It's interesting. I was watching that documentary after the Survivor Series back on Sunday. I don't know if you
Mhm.
guys got a chance to watch that document. It was about the second season of Ruthless Aggression, and they opened it
Uh,
up with The Rock.
Of course it would. Of course it would. Oh man.
But they did. They did it. I mean, it was a pretty good episode. It's just I don't know. I mean, I don't know. It hits me the wrong way. That's all. It
I
hits
feel
me the
like with
wrong
the
way.
Thanksgiving Day parade, at least you have Big E show up. I mean, at least have a champion, or at least have one of the wrestlers showing up to the parade instead of just the cameos. If that makes sense.
yeah, I understand.
Yeah, I mean, you haven't seen Stephanie McMahon for I don't know how long. You haven't, The Rock hasn't been here. Well, I mean, The Rock is there for a different aspect, right? I think he's there for his his movies and TV shows and whatnot. So that's I guess that's understandable.
Yeah.
And it sucks because I have such a emotional heart to this and like almost an hatred moment. But I love The Rock so much, just because what he has inspired to become in his life. And I'm just like, I just see Boss Baby in the background here coming up next. But it's just cool. It kind of just reminds you, throughout the years of what's taken place and what's overcome. And I think, obviously the Macy's parade is never going to end. And but I'm just, it's interesting. Where are they have? Do you know the location of the Macy's parade? That's not in New York, is it?
Yeah,
It's
it's new.
in,
Is
Yeah,
it in
it's
New
in New
York?
York.
yeah.
Okay, and then I believe at the beginning of the year you got the Rose Parade in L.A.
Rose Bowl. Yeah, the annual Rose Parade for the Rose Bowl. I think correct me if I'm wrong. Whenever that happens, so whenever it's the Rose Bowl, it's always been a
The
tradition to
first
have.
of the year.
Yeah, the first of the year. So
Hmm.
they always do that up in LA, which has always been pretty cool. I mean, it gives like a huge perspective to build something up, for the parade and then to have the game for whoever moves on to the playoffs. That's a really cool tradition I'm starting to like.
Oh, it was. Yeah, my brother got it a couple years ago, to represent his school, and the entire band went up there and marched in the Rose Parade. So that was a fun experience, for him to be able to do. But all right, listen, Trey, let's get down to business. You
The
you know
legendary
you didn't get a chance.
foreigner,
The what?
the legendary foreigner band, rock band foreigner.
Hey,
I
yeah,
absolutely love them.
yeah. Well, I have mine muted. I could hear yours in the background. Mine's muted though.
I'm muted
Almost
too,
looks
but
like
you hear Courtney's.
the.
No, I would.
But no, I mean, so listen, you got Survivor Series back on Sunday. I know you make it every pay per view a big pay per view, this one nonetheless. Share us your thoughts and opinion on this Survivor Series pay per view this past Sunday.
I know Survivor Series was very impactful. Like I enjoyed my favorite match of the night was Charlotte versus Becky. You know, it had the emotion of, everything that's gone down with them. The physical aspect of it. I loved how they, went at each other. And typical heels, no no matter what y'all say, Charlotte's a heel. They're trying to turn Becky into a heel. She's doing heelish stuff, and of course she used the rope because Charlotte tried to do it, so she turned around and did it herself and picked up the pinfall. But other than that, the match it was the best match of the night, I think. You
I
guys
want to
can agree
mention
with
on the. I don't definitely agree. I think we talked about this on Tuesday. It was really the best match of the night. The one thing I want to
Mhm,
tell you about the match, though, I'm very disappointed in them trying to make Becky a heel. Now, her using the ropes, I feel that this is because, and this is a sense, instead of having an outside interference, she uses the ropes so that you can't really tell me who's the better dog in
right.
between them two. Um, and I think we talked about this a little earlier this week. A possibility of all that Charlotte Flair has to do is come out, cut a promo, play the video, not the video of her pinning Becky, but the video of Becky pinning Charlotte using the ropes, and say,
Mhm,
"Listen, you had to cheat to beat me. Therefore, you're not better than me. Therefore, I'm still the best." You know, like this doesn't downgrade uh Charlotte Flair's resume at all. Although it's a loss on her record, it's how she lost.
Hmm.
It's a potential feud for a potential WrestleMania wherever they decide to go.
I agree with you. I'm gonna go back to Survivor Series. It's hard to turn Becky heel. After the match, she did that interview. I don't know if you guys watched it, but she's really emotional after that match. She was crying and everything. You could tell she's really heartbroken over this stuff with Charlotte. And after you cry like that, it's gonna be hard to turn someone heel because the audience is gonna be like, hey, know, we really saw how this affected her, and they're gonna cheer for her. Not so nobody's gonna boo her.
Right. Well, I mean, especially and to consider after that action, she came out to everybody on Monday and
Hmm.
basically said, "Listen, I don't need you then. I don't need you now. I'm the best in the world, and I'm going to take down everybody that wants to step up to me." I think it's really a way for her. They're trying to push her heel again, and
Hmm.
I'm not buying it. Is there something that I'm not seeing though? Because I'm not buying Becky Lynch being a heel character.
Right, and they're not. If they wanted to be her to be a heel, she would have to do something really bad to get the fans to turn on her.
I mean, WWE. I mean, they have the opportunity, especially with this feud with Liv Morgan right now. I mean, we all know Becky's supposed to be the heel and Liv's supposed to be the face. So I
Hmm.
believe just give it time with this feud. I think WWE is going to make sure that everyone shows that Becky is a heel.
Right, but we're analyzing that something dramatic has to happen on behalf of Becky Lynch. Something like where
Hmm.
she absolutely takes out Liv Morgan. But I guess here's my other problem is that I have not really seen this feud expand on Monday. Like, okay, now you're off of Charlotte. Now you're away from that situation. You're pushing Becky Lynch forward. Obviously, it's a clear sign of seeing her with Liv Morgan. All you did was cut a backstage promo with Liv Morgan that
Yeah.
didn't really resonate on me as well.
I don't know. It's just like with me, the way I feel about it is that they shouldn't have had this whole match to determine the number one contenders match for the Raw Women's Championship. I feel like this could have given them a chance to build a match, to hype up the match for Charlotte and Becky, and then after Survivor Series, then you start trying to go for see who's the number one contender, and then have the feud with
Right.
Becky. I mean, I feel like the timing of this was just really wrong considering the feud happened before Survivor Series. Instead of that, make Becky focus on Charlotte. Make her focus, and then after that, then we'll see who the new number one contender is. But it was just bad timing for WWE's part, and I feel like this shouldn't have happened until after Survivor Series. I'm hoping you guys can agree with me on that.
Oh
Oh
yeah,
no, I
I
completely agree. And Trey, let me get this point. I'll let you have the floor. But I agree on this point because now there's so much time period in between that they did not focus in on this. I
Mm-hmm.
know we said this again. It feels like a repetitiveness, but they should have just stayed focused since the title was dropped and switched hands back a month ago. They should have just focused on the Survivor Series. I mean, there was just a lot of other things that they didn't do, but this was one of the feuds that they should have just focused on. Um, and allowing and not having to worry about like on SmackDown side you threw in Shotzi and Sasha Banks against Charlotte, and then you threw in Bianca Belair and Liv Morgan against Becky Lynch on Raw, and it's like you should have just focused. You should have just focused directly on the Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair. That's what people wanted. That's what people should have gotten. And yet again, that's what they didn't see. But I feel like now, because here's the other thing, they established this new number one contenders match at the beginning, right after Crown Jewel. This was like the first match along with Seth Rollins. It's the same thing with Seth Rollins. They established the number one contenders match for both Raw and the WWE and the Women's Championship back like a month ago. And yet again, you
Mm-hmm.
haven't seen them defend the title. So it's kind of, for me, I've lost interest into that feud, whatever possible feud. Like, I didn't have a problem with Kevin Owens and Big E. You should have just made that the title feud for me.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Or you should have had Becky Lynch, or I wish I would have saw Becky Lynch or uh, Big E defend their title before Survivor Series. That's happened a few times where the possibility of a new, it's supposed to be Big E versus Roman Reigns, but if maybe it's Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns, you tease that factor a little bit because I know that people want to see that Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns match.
but that's what I would
Let
have
me
done.
no, go ahead.
I would have had Big E drop the title to Seth. That would have been an even bigger match, I think.
I feel like
Right.
the way I mean, I feel like with the timing of this, I mean, we've all been waiting to see Seth versus Roman. I mean, who the battle of the former Shield members. I mean, I've seen so many times on my TikTok, which by the way, you guys can follow me at NerdJake520. But yet you can see like who was the better Shield member, and I'm tired of seeing this. Why not just give the title to Seth, and then we'll see the battle of the heels, the tribal of the Chiefs Roman against Seth Drippy Rollins. I mean, that should have
Mhm.
been a incredible match. I mean, eventually we will get that soon. It all depends on the time period.
Right. I just thought it was bad for business because you're still pushing Big E as a baby face, and you don't want to take the title off of him. Before we head to break, Trey, I do want to ask you your opinion here. Something that kind of bothered me. When you get into a wrestling promotion and it's nonstop, it's a 2 point question for you, Trey. One, which leads into the other. The main event, Big E and Roman Reigns, didn't take place and did not get done until 11:30.
Yeah.
I know for me, I fell asleep throughout the 5-on-5 women's match,
Mhm.
and I was like, then I woke up for just in time for Big E and Roman Reigns. I'm like, it was so much lackluster on promos, on commercial breaks with Hulu, Cricket, you know, Pizza Hut, and all that stuff. Were you tired? Were you kind of getting antsy at the end, sitting there for 3.5 hours on the
Well,
Survivor Series? And it's a little ironic to say this because when you go to a Raw, you got to sit there for 5 hours, but
I mean, I
it ends
wasn't
at
really.
11:30, and then when you hear this end at 11, it ends at 11, but when you see now this ends at 11:30, it's like, oh, yeah, no.
I mean, it's just like sitting there for 6 hours watching WrestleMania. If they want to
Well,
split it up,
WrestleMania is another story, though. SummerSlam and WrestleMania I feel like are different entities or a different story. Where you want to sit for 4 or 5 or 6 hours at that program because that's the biggest event of the summer, biggest event of the year. Survivor Series not as big as SummerSlam. I really felt they should have kept it down to 3 hours and leave it at 11, but they didn't. They moved an extra half an hour, and at this, especially like on the East Coast where it's like 11:30 midnight. It's like, well, I'm getting tired of, I got to go to work the next day,
And the other match that didn't make sense on that pay per view. At least they could have put it in the at least the pre-show, which was
kickoff.
that battle royal.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it was
Instead
funny,
I
but
agree.
it wasn't.
instead of listening to all these people
Yeah,
talk for an hour or a half an hour, 45
right,
minutes, have a 15-minute match. Why not cut half of the talking down, put a 30-minute, battle royal in, and be done with that, I would have
right.
put that match on the
Well, I think they went on air for like
Yeah.
enough, right? 2 hours.
like, I was
Yeah,
glad
but
that,
it
I
was a
think
good show overall.
it was very good.
Yeah. Definitely. It was all right. Wasn't my cup of tea, but it was all right.
What Survivor Series has to offer, I can't really think, or what WWE has to offer. I don't think we have any room to complain.
Touche.
At
Touche.
least.
I mean, touche on that one, guys.
Alrighty. Well, listen, we're gonna take you up to the 12 o'clock hour. Coming up next, I know Jake wants to talk about AEW Dynamite. Yeah, he's ready to go. So let's check that out, and we will be right back with you right here on the J&J Talk Show.
I got wasted off a dry land. One step forward, two steps backwards, yeah. Immature lover who don't use big words, yeah. I don't need commenting at all because I know what I want.
I don't know about you, Trey, but this
Baby, can't you figure it out? What's
our
going
our
on in
music
your
is starting to grow on me.
What's going on,
Yeah,
Big
I'm not.
Crib?
I don't know
I
why.
haven't gotten a chance to get more music into it, but I'm getting into it.
I don't know why, but every time we go to commercial break, my tablet crashes. Like, come on.
Your tablet just can't handle us. That's what it is.
Too much
I
sun power.
guess. Uh, my tablet's a newer
We're
tablet.
thinking, oh man, we're thanking everybody. Happy holidays, happy Thanksgiving, wherever you guys are listening from. Thank you for tuning in. Hit that like, share, subscribe button, and let's enjoy the fun with us here on this. Hey, listen, you too. Thank you for tuning in today. Thank you for calling and being part of the show.
No
No
problem.
problem. No problem.
I mean, the only problem I have is waking up early.
You know what?
Yeah,
Hey,
me
this is a
both.
good testament. This is a good testament for what's to come, which is, by the way, we're going to kick off the hour number 2 with some breaking news announcement here. So stay with that. But hey, listen, AEW Dynamite, Jake, you're
Mm-hmm.
excited. I watched some highlights. I don't know, Trey, you may want to just sit this one out.
I literally only
Uh,
watched one thing, and I was very, very happy with it, and that
Isabel, think
was
of this.
CM Punk
Yeah, I
having that
know.
promo with MJF. That was absolutely beautiful.
Oh, it's gonna be
It
fun to watch
was
it
it
break
was
this down.
amazing. I loved. Listen, I told you this back on Tuesday, and I love Thunder Rosa. I'm telling you that she advances in the semifinals. Did Solo advance also? I didn't see that part. I believe she
Um,
advanced to the
no,
semifinal.
that match won't be until next week.
Oh,
The only match that I
next
know
week.
will be Chris Statlander against Ruby Soho. That'll be the final the final quarterfinal match. And then I think whoever wins that takes on Nyla Rose. That's the only match that I know
Yes.
about for next week. There will be more matches for Dynamite on Friday at Rampage.
Well,
But
you
this
want
is
to
a
talk
real.
about Friday really fast? We're gonna go backwards here. Britt Baker defends her title at Black Friday because was it Rose or who was it that did
It
not get
was
eliminated?
I forgot what was her name. Oh my lord! Correct me if I'm wrong. It was the first ever AEW women's champion, but they had a battle royal back in Chicago at All Out, and she was
Mm-hmm.
never eliminated. And so Britt Baker is going to take on her this Friday, and if her opponent wins, she gets a guaranteed title shot at Britt Baker. Oh my lord! I forgot her name, and I'm always good with names, but I apologize.
Man, you're supposed to be our AEW expert here.
I
What are
am, I
you
am.
doing?
Drinking too much Mountain Dew, apparently.
You need to change
But
out yourself to some Coke or something like that. Something to get yourself into it.
no. Hey, ask Trey. I'm always a Mountain Dew person.
Hey. But all
He's
right, hey,
addicted.
listen. Last night was actually very impressive. We saw a lot of things going on. I mean, I know you're going to talk about Cody. I know you want to talk about Brian Danielson, which you saw for the first time. Everyone was they finally went at it. Hangman Adam Page, Brian Danielson kind of went toe to toe for a little bit.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
but listen, I mean, I don't know. You're trying to make Brian Danielson heel, right?
hmm
You don't want Hangman Adam Page. I feel like it's going to eventually turn because Hangman Adam Page comes out after Brian Danielson's match and then wants to put that title up right there and then after he defeats Colt Cabana. But in
Yeah.
reality, though, I mean, come on, a baby face doesn't do that, though.
No, and I feel like after last night, this was definitely a huge example for Danielson to turn heel. I mean, he had a piece of Colt Cabana's tooth during commercial break and showed it off to the Chicago crowd. Said, "Hey, I knocked his tooth out." And then, Danielson with the heelish promo. I mean, there's no reason for him to come out to the face side tunnel on the entrances. He needs to go out to the heelish side of the entrances. But yeah, I mean, this was a really great example. I really don't know which Dark Order member is from Atlanta that he's going to be taking on next week. But either way, though, this show is going to be a great. This whole thing is going to be a great one, regardless. Because, like I told you this past Tuesday, he's literally getting inside Heyman Page's head. Because who is his friends? The Dark Order. He's going after each Dark Order member. I think it might be Alan Five Angels. Correct me if I'm wrong. Because he went after Uno last week. He went after Colt Cabana last night in Chicago, and maybe Five Angels or 10 coming up in Atlanta to come next week.
Yeah, it's interesting you say that about the tooth. Kind of reminds me of the Triple H taking out the ring of what the nose ring from Batista back at the WrestleMania. Remember that?
Just even think about that. But no, if you guys have missed the show last night, you guys have missed an incredible show. This was a amazing show from top to bottom. And before we get to the main event, let's go ahead and talk about the start of the show. So CM Punk comes out. He was getting ready for this match against QT Marshall, which we talked about this past Tuesday. Um, and before that, who interrupts him? MJF. And last time we saw this too, MJF was doing the talking, and then CM Punk basically interrupted him and said, "Yo, I don't want to shake your hand, but these two, and I'm telling you this is one of my favorites. Now on top of Punk and Eddie Kingston a couple of weeks ago before Full Gear, this was something incredible. You had MJF being the heelish character. You had CM Punk, but then MJF goes for the low blow. He goes after Punk's time in WWE. But what does he do? He says, "You know what, MJF, you're just a low budget Miz." And the crowd went ballistic. If you guys have not watched this whole thing, this was probably the longest promo segment that AEW has to offer. Then MJF goes after Punk's time in the UFC. Then he goes after his time, talk about hustle and loyalty and respect, sending shots at Cena and Triple H. This was just incredible. Probably one of the best 20 minutes you ever see.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
It
we're
was
gonna see a great feud. It's gonna be a great match between MJF and CM Punk. I think that's maybe settled down for me. I mean, we talked about the possibility of Brian Danielson and Hangman Adam Page at the first episode of TBS when they move at the
Mm-hmm.
beginning of the year. But now because they're gonna have, I don't. It's not even a pay per view. It's available on TNT, I believe, right? The Battle of the Belts.
Yeah, so when they started doing this advertisement for the Battle of the Belts, it was announced on TNT. So this might be the final time we see AEW on TNT because it's a quote unquote
Right.
special. It's a Saturday night special, and when you think
Mm-hmm.
about this, and yet this kind of reminds me of Impact when they started doing Open Fight Night. In case you guys don't remember what that was, is if you were the champion at the time, then whoever in the locker room can come out and say, "I want to face the champion," and they will have to defend that championship on the spot. It don't matter if you're the mid card championship, which is Sammy Guevara, the women's champion, which is Britt Baker, the tag team champions, Pentagon and Phoenix, or the world champion, Hangman Adam Page. So yeah, what does that suit for everyone? I don't know. We'll find out in weeks' time with this whole event. But this kind of reminds me of Open Fight Night. I don't know if you guys remember that, but I do want to say this though. Last night's AEW show was just incredible, and and of course, tomorrow night we'll see Daniel Garcia against Eddie Kingston. That'll be something to look
Mm-hmm.
forward to. And I think after this one, it'll be Daniel Garcia potentially taking on Chris Jericho. That is something very interesting. And Darby Allen came out of there like a cannonball out of a cannon on the Gun Club. It was just something special. And then the main event. Justin, I hope you don't mind me taking the floor with the main event. Um, but the main event was FTR, Malachi Black, and Andrade taking on the team of the World Tag Team Champions, Phoenix and Pentagon, Pac, aka Death Triangle, and of course, Cody Rhodes. And I do want to ask you both a question. Do you remember ECW One Night Stand when Cena tried to throw out the T-shirt and then the fan keeps throwing it back?
Yep.
I love that. The belt couldn't get got. It
So,
feels like, I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this right now because before you say anything, if you guys watch baseball and someone hits a home run and you throw the ball back into the arena, that's how impactful it was. I dare
oh
you
my
to watch
lord.
like when the St. Louis Cardinals come into town to face the Reds, and Yadier Molina hits a home run out to left field, and they throw the ball back in. Like, this is absolutely one of the greatest things I've ever seen in professional wrestling, because you never seen this before.
No, and I think this might have happened the first time on live TV. And Chicago is home of the White Sox and the Cubs, and anytime if the opposite team
But for
hits a
them
home
to
run,
allow that to happen is fantastic.
and what did I tell you this past Tuesday? Chicago has the most passionate and the most awesome crowds in professional wrestling. So Cody Rhodes has his belt, we all know, and he throws that to the crowd. He said, "I'm sure someone will keep it as a souvenir," and the crowd chants to that fan, "Throw it back." Throw it back, and somehow the fan has a good arm, throws the
It
belt
gets
back
back
to the
into the
ring,
ring.
into
Andrade
the
has to
ring.
take it out and gets so pissed off he throws it underneath the ring.
Yeah,
But you
and
know what, though?
our
Everyone had to be happy about that because that really got the fans into the match. And let me say it this way: we've never seen a heel turn like this. We know Cody Rhodes going to be a heel, but he's
Mhm.
becoming a heel by staying a babyface. The last time we saw that, I think it was with John Cena.
Yeah, so
John Cena tried to remain a babyface and loyal, but then he was so liked that he was actually hated.
yeah,
But here's
and
the
this was
difference between Cody and John, and I'll let you talk. I'm sorry, but the difference is that John Cena had The Rock to help him by his return. Cody Rhodes is doing this on his own.
yeah. So in this match last night, we all know Death Triangle being Pac, Phoenix, and Pentagon. And then Cody gets involved, and after we saw the Full Gear, Pac and Cody do not like each other. So when one of the two was trying to go for a tag, it was Cody doing like heelish like tags to be able to get himself into the match. And I will say this though, and it doesn't matter how you feel about Cody. This match was just incredible. It was pretty much two teams colliding. Then you had a moment with Tully Blanchard and Arn Anderson. They were stepping in the ring, and then here comes Andrade's manager trying to get involved, and they both throw him out of the ring. I mean, this match was just incredible, but in the end, it was Malachi, FTR, and Andrade that got the win. This was an incredible eight-man tag. This was an awesome main event, and it was definitely a very, very standout match, in my opinion. It was probably one of my favorite matches of the night, in my opinion. But where is that going to go forward? Well, I mean, obviously, like we talked about this with Hangman Adam Page and Bryan Danielson, which, by the way, it's Hangman Adam Page. Whenever you first talked about this, Justin, at the top of the hour, said it was Omega, but either
You know
way, though,
what?
this
I'm so used to Kenny Omega just being at the top of the chain. It's gonna take me a couple weeks to get used to Adam Page here. Okay, so I
you're
apologize.
you're good, you're good. But I feel like we're on a really, really good direction towards AEW, especially with the feud we're seeing. Now, what's Britt Baker going to do? I don't know. We'll see come tomorrow night, because tomorrow night will be Rampage, 10 o'clock Eastern Time on the TNT network. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to seeing how this extends. I mean, we now know that Adam Cole and Bobby Fish will take on Chuck Taylor, I think, Orange Cassidy, or is it Chuck Taylor or Wheeler Yuta? Either one. We'll see Adam Cole Bebe in action come tomorrow.
I mean, do you guys want to see? What about? Are we going to see Sting versus Billy Gunn? Because Billy
I
Gunn looks phenomenal, and that feud is starting to heat up. Or okay, let me ask you this: is it going to be a tag match with Darby Allin, where you could kind of carry these two guys?
I That's a really really good question. I mean, considering the fact that the gun club is Billy and I think it's Colton and Austin, so they're gonna have a third guy. And one thing I forgot to mention, I don't know if you guys remember who Darby Allen is, or not Darby Allen, not Darby Allen. Sorry, Dante Martin. Sorry, Dante Martin, one of the youngest of everyone in the AEW locker room. He's been managed by Leo Rush, aka formerly known as the Man of the Hour, so everyone's been wanting to go for Dante Martin because of how incredible he is. Well, last night there was a segment, and Dante Martin's supposed to be a face. He was supposed to be a face. Leo Rush said, "Hey, you don't need this. You don't need this." It was Team Taz, Powerhouse Hobbs, and Hook, and even Ricky Starks says, "Come join Team Taz. We'll give you everything that you want." And they said, "You either have two options. Either you join us or you're against us." And Dante Martin just turned heel because he's now part of Team Taz.
And they left it as that because that was just phenomenal. It's like, listen, don't rush into it. It's gonna take time. Um, yeah, I love all aspects. Hey, listen, AEW and Dynamite was fantastic last night. I don't think it
Mm-hmm.
disappointed for a Thanksgiving special. I can't wait to tune into Rampage as well as Dynamite next week as well. All right. Listen, we got to go to a break here, but stay tuned. Jake got an announcement. I got an announcement coming up next right here on the J&J Talk Show.
I can't let them take my soul. Nah, 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 no. Oh, I can't let them take my soul. Nah, 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 no. See, we was cool right before it hit the fence, but it hit the fan when I got him down at the bench. But I took a break, I had to leave and go get cleansed. God forgive me for all my sins. I can't say these cause my last name ain't Kent.
Battle of the belts for AEW Live coming up here on January the 8th. Tickets all available. Let's go ahead and start purchasing them. He said it's going to be North Carolina, Charlotte, North Carolina there. All righty.
Bojangles
So we
Coliseum.
got a couple promotional things coming up here. What do you say, Jake?
I said it'll be at the Bojangles Coliseum, I believe. It'll be Saturday night. The really huge event for Battle of the Belts.
There you go. All right, so we got a couple of promotions here, a couple of news announcements. I'm going to let Jake here in a moment. But, Trey, I want to get you back involved. You kind of had a quiet couple of segments here.
Mm-hmm.
AWF this Saturday night, you and I are going to be going down there. It's Covington, Kentucky. If you're in the residence area, I think tickets are still available. Okay, but
Yeah.
Trey, the Monster Abyss is going to be inducted to the Hall of Fame.
I can't wait to see him. Growing up, I used to watch his Monster Ball matches on TNA. I loved him.
I feel like he's
Well
the king of
deserved.
thumbtacks. Let me ask you
And
this. Is Janice going to be inducted to the Hall of Fame as well?
Not Janice.
maybe.
Not Janice.
Huh?
Oh, Lord.
You
I
don't want
hope so.
Janice?
That would be cool. I do.
I want to see Janice. I want to see Janice. I have a present to give Janice. My blood.
So I watched in FWF NWF came out with a special video yesterday about wrestlers talking about Abyss, and I did not know that he went by Prince Justice in this when he first started.
Yes, I
I
remember Prince
never knew
Justice.
that.
Like I've heard of Prince Justice, I never heard of the name, or I never actually, too embedded into the character because I think he took Prince Justice with him right afterwards before he went to TNA.
No, I had no
I
idea.
think when he started doing some other dark matches for bigger promotions, I think that's what they had him.
Oh. Well, if you guys have not seen that video, I urge you to go check that out on Facebook. I shared it on Facebook. And maybe I'll get Justin to share it on the JJ Talk Show Facebook so everybody can go check
Of
that out.
course. Listen, I'm just behind. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm just behind. Work is crazy. I don't want to make excuses, but work has been crazy, okay? You're doing 6-10 hours a day. Then you want to come home. I mean, I come home at midnight trying to get all this stuff put together for the shows and for our social media, accounts. But it's just a bad time right now. So it's not like I don't want to promote it. It's just by the time I get home, it's like, I don't want to come on the computer for 2 hours and get other stuff done. But
Right.
anyways, all right. Hey, listen, we got some more promotion stuff going on. Jake, I think you have something that you want to also share with us. You mentioned back on Tuesday, coming up this weekend is a big weekend for you. Tell everyone why.
Yeah, so this Sunday and Monday it is Thunder Valley Racing League's championship races. What Thunder Valley Racing League is a racing league that we do based off of NASCAR Heat 4, the video game. And this Sunday is our championship 4 race. It is a huge race. Whoever finishes the highest out of the championship 4 will win. We will be at Iowa this Sunday. The reason why Iowa is because it is a home to our sponsor, Nine Line Apparel. I encourage fans, anyone that's listening to this, to go to ninelineapparel.com. Use promo code TVR20 to save 10% off your order. That is ninelineapparel.com to save 10% off your order. And yet, if you guys want to check us out, we have a YouTube page. Go to youtube.com/Thunder Valley Racing League, and then facebook.com/Thunder Valley Racing League as well. It is at both a Sunday for the Cup Series Championship 4 and a Monday for our Truck Series Championship 4. I will be home in time. I will be broadcasting both races along with a friend of mine. It's hard to believe, but we finally made it here. Our Championship 4 is just incredible. I'm thankful for my boss, aka D Blood, who has allowed me to get a chance to promote this. Thank you guys for allowing me to do this. This league, outside of the podcast, I do broadcasting for different leagues, for Thunder Valley Racing League and, of course, Hennessy Performance League. So this is a really, really big week, and I encourage everyone to go check it out, youtube.com/Thunder Valley Racing League. And if you want to follow us here on Facebook, facebook.com/Thunder Valley Racing League.
Now, with Thunder Valley Racing League, is that that's actually live racing, correct?
I mean, not like live racing, but more like online racing. So what we do is
Online racing. Okay.
online racing, yes. So what we do is we get on NASCAR Heat for the video game, and then thankfully there's a spectator mode which I will allow to get a chance to call the racing. The problem is I don't have a lap counter or determine who's in what position. We have to keep track of everything ourselves, but that's okay because I know other drivers will have live streams, and that's how we pretty much tally up where each stages are. It is 3 stages. Every race we do this, like the NASCAR series. And so the stages don't really matter until the final stage. Like I said before, whoever finishes the highest, it don't matter if you're in second, third, it don't matter. As long as you finish the highest of your championship 4, you win the championship. So this is a really huge race for both the Cup Series on Sunday and the Truck Series on Monday. And they're both at 9 o'clock Eastern time.
Okay. We don't 9 p.m. Eastern time?
9 p.m. Eastern time. Yes, sir. 9 p.m.
This
Eastern
Sunday
time.
night.
This Sunday night, the Cup Series, and then tomorrow, then the next day after that, the Monday night race will be the Truck Championship race. Same time for that. So, I definitely want to be able to shout out to all of our drivers, all of those that have got involved, like myself. We really worked hard ever since season 1 to be able to get to where we are, to have the sponsorship.
How many
with
people are
Nine Line.
supporting? How many people participate?
A lot. It's not only just towards myself or towards the owner D Blood, but we've had so many incredible individuals. I mean, we have sponsorships from Plan B Sales and Nine Line Apparels. So the fact that we have the sponsorship out of this is just tremendous. And like I said before, if you're not a racing fan, I still encourage you to go check it out because I love both racing, wrestling, and football. And racing has always been one of my passionate
Even
things.
if you're just a video game fan, how about that?
Yeah,
Having a video
even if you're
fan
just
to
a video
check it
game
out.
fan, it's really, really something special. And it's just, we've all worked hard to get to where we are. And I'm hoping maybe one day, if my owner would want to, he would come up on the show and tell you everything. And not only that, but he also makes cups for the drivers. He makes stickers for the drivers. He does whatever
So what
he
do they
can.
win? So the championships, what do they win?
So pretty much what they win is they win obviously now a third version of a trophy is their die cast of the truck that they use. So like that's like their championship trophy is like he would order the die cast I think off of Fanatics or NASCARshop.com. Either way, and then he made sure that there's prizes involved with the winners. I don't know what he gave to our ARCA series winner. But he made sure that there is prizes involved for winning the championship. So that is the Cup Championship Sunday and the Truck Championship on Monday. This is something really special. Sunday night, 9 o'clock p.m. I will be there. I will be home in time for all this. So please, I encourage you guys, check it out. Thunder Valley Racing League, YouTube, and Facebook.
There we go. All right. Well said, Jake. We'll be checking that out on Sunday. We will be doing our show back on Sunday. Trey, I don't know if you have a time yet, 9:30 maybe. I know I would actually be out. I will be home in time for it because I actually get off at 6:30 tonight. That's that night, Sunday night. So it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a fun time. Maybe we'll tune in and we'll show some of that live if you guys okay with right here on the J and J
Yeah,
Talk Show.
yeah,
Maybe
and
if we can find a way to get you on commentating the game.
trust me when I tell you this is that the racing
Maybe.
though, is just it's just always incredible because yeah, some people are going to say, well, it's just left turns. No, it's more than that. The championship racing, it's about trying to be able to work your best, trying to be able to make the right setups for you to be able to make the right adjustments to your car or
I mean,
truck,
you got how
whatever.
many people on one track in a video game at the same time trying to win a race? I mean, it's not real life given, but I
Yeah.
mean, there's so many factors still played into a video game. Trying to win. It's like when you have a baseball league or a football, like when they did the Madden versus Madden in New York Challenge, where they take the
Hmm.
top guys. Like you really have full control. There's no automatic, everything's manual. So there's a whole bunch of factors going into
Yeah.
this.
And
So
I do want to send a quick shout out real quick. I hope you don't mind me doing this real quick to not only towards D Blood, my owner, but to the broadcaster for trucks TCW, to my broadcast partner, Y'all Ain't Ready Racing, and Ski Mask Lady, because we pretty much and plus everyone that has gotten involved with Thunder Valley Racing League, every single person. And if you're asking me how many drivers do we usually get per race, 16 to 17 people per race. So that should tell you how much we've expanded. That shows you how much that we tried to be able to build a league such as Thunder Valley
and
Racing
you
League to
only
get the
expand
sponsorship.
expecting to expand more.
Exactly, exactly. You know, at the end of the day, though, yes, it's online, it's video games, but at the same time, though, is that if you're a video game passionate person, or if you're just a racing fan passionate person, this is just something incredible. I encourage everyone to tune in on Sunday, 9 o'clock, because what you're about to see is some somewhat of a short track racing, but still yet though, you'll see four drivers going at it to become a champion. And after what we saw last Friday, I cannot wait to see how it goes for Sunday and both Monday. Championship racing at its finest.
Well, that's being said, there you go. Check that out. We'll get some links down up on Facebook and other social media platforms. You can check him out on TikTok as well. I know he's been promoting the hell out of that. One thing I will come out and say, and I almost forgot this on the show, but since I have you guys, um, Jake and Trey knows, but I have some special announcements giving to you guys coming up at the beginning of the year. We will be officially rebranding our J&J Talk Show. We are going to be branding ours. The channel will actually become TNC. TNC. And our shows, weekly shows, is going to be from Wednesday through Friday from 10 to noon in the morning. And then on Saturday and Sundays from 8 to 10. There's still a lot of kinks that we're working out in this process. I know we're not doing views, at least majority of them. Um, there's going to be a couple, obviously there's going to be days where we're not going to be doing the show due to events, but we're going to be changing the J&J Talk Show. Will be changing its brand, becoming a little bit more official, a little bit more organized. And I'm excited because we're taking the next level into branding, into following what we want to do. I think Trey's talked to me all this for a while about this, and we don't have I've been wanting to do this for such a long time. Trey has never thought about ever being on a talk show or a podcast. So our channel is called TNC. We're gonna change all of that as the 1st of January, with our first episode. Our first weekly episode begins Wednesday, that first Wednesday of the year, where we're going to spend 2 hours with you guys. We have some cool new games, a lot of content to cover. So I'm definitely excited to bring on to bring Trey and to advance our show. With that being said, our weekly show, Wednesday through Sunday, is going to be the Jay and Trey show. So check us out. Like I said, that's also the reason why our merchandise page has not been available. Well, it's available, but it has not been updated because we're working on some new merchandise for the brand. And we're going to be joined back here with Jacob in a minute. But Trey, listen, we're taking the next step, and
Right.
Justin has been, and he's still a part of the show, but with things that's going on at home with the holidays, he's taking more of a backstage role. He'll be on our show periodically, but now we're making this official. 3 days of the 5 days, you're gonna be on with me,
Yep.
and Jake's still gonna continue, and Justin's gonna still continue. But now we're making this more of an official podcast with the Jay and Trey podcast.
It's going to be exciting. You don't want to miss out on this. So go subscribe.
Definitely, yeah. And we're not changing. And here's the thing: we're changing. We're not recreating new accounts. We're not doing any of that. We're just taking our existing accounts and changing the name and changing it to the TNC brand and the Jay and Trey podcast. Now we may have other shows on there, or we're still going to keep the old episodes of the J and J Talk Show up there, but we're going to follow through the rest of the year as planned, and then come in, and because our first episode is going to be January 2nd, where we break down and recap day one pay-per-view, which is the day before.
Right. Some
But we
fun.
talked about it. There's gonna be some games we're looking to play. There's gonna be some fun things that we're looking to do, and hopefully, this is just more of a mark of expanding our show.
Right.
So, but yeah, listen, and thanks to Trey for being a big support, being part of all of this. He's been a tremendous help, especially throughout this time where things haven't, I've been really busy. So he's really helped out a lot, and I appreciate what everyone's doing a part of the show. Hey, listen, it's Thanksgiving. When we come back, we will bring to you NFL week number 12 right here on the J&J Talk Show.
need safety. Tell her I can't snake me. Ray gun off safety. My girl so tasty. Tell her it's your world. She want the two-tone spaceship. Blow smoke screen daily, so the stress don't phase me. I'm going. I keep it factual. I'm on sabbatical.
We're back in the studio taking you guys to hour number 2. Happy Thanksgiving, wherever you guys are watching us or listening to us from. We're having a blast here. All right. Hey, listen. Last ship of the sale here as we thank everyone for Thanksgiving. Listen, I'm thankful for a lot of things going on. I know you guys are as well.
Yeah.
Is there any food products that you guys enjoy most on Thanksgiving? What do you guys? What's the favorite? What's your
most
favorite food
is
on Thanksgiving?
Trey, go ahead, start first.
my favorite is the stuffing. I enjoy the homemade stuffing. We
Yeah.
put the livers and gizzards and stuff in there. I just absolutely love it.
For me, when it comes to Thanksgiving, my favorite has always been the ham and the stuffing. Also, for the first time ever, I was telling my grandma this about yesterday or the day before, is that I've never had pie. I've never had pie whatsoever. So today is going to be, I'm going to try my first pie.
What
I
do you
literally
mean
have,
pie? You never had like a pumpkin pie slice? You know,
I
no
never
apple
had,
pie, no
I
pecan
never,
pie,
nope, I never had,
no
not
chocolate
pumpkin.
pie.
I mean, okay,
You've had a
and
pizza pie, right?
I never had a pizza pie. No, never. Like, the only
Have
type
you
of
ever had
pie
pizza?
I've I've had pizza. I used to live right next to a
They're
pizza
called
place.
pies.
Oh my, Justin, hold on. The only type of
No,
pies I
Jake,
really
you
had.
hold on.
Hang on.
How
Whoa.
old are
Wait a
you?
minute.
You tell me you never had a pie before?
I'm 20. I'm 26. I've never had a pie. No, because the only type of pies I really had is that I know I'm gonna get a lot of criticism in the comments. The only type of really pies I've really tried was like the biscuit apple pies that you get at McDonald's. That's the only
No.
pies I've
That's not a pie. That's a one bite satisfaction.
I'm being real with you. I never had a pie. I recently just tried a cheesecake about a month or two ago. So
What?
there's a lot of things that you guys be surprised I never tried or I never had.
Justin, you're never gonna believe this. He never had an Oreo until I made him go to the store and buy a pack of Oreos.
Okay, an Oreo is one thing, but pie. How many Thanksgivings have you been involved with? And you can't
Um,
tell me, or Christmas, and you can't tell me you never had a piece of pie before.
I
But yet again,
but
I don't know. I'm done. I'm done.
he's mind blown. He's just mind blown right now. He's got his head set off and everything. But I've
So
been
here's what
around.
you got to do, okay, Jake? You got to go when you have your first slice of pie. Hop
Mhm.
on over to the J&J Talk Show's TikTok page and record yourself having that pie
I
and that reaction.
hold
You got
on.
3 minutes.
Hold on. I literally have a thing of pie right next to me as we
All
speak.
right,
So
hey,
yes,
take out a fork. Just take out a fork here. Let's get you on big camera. Take out a fork.
no.
This is epic news. Come on.
Justin, no. This is pie for everyone. So yeah, I'm waiting until everyone gets here. So
All right, so
unfortunately,
when you
the
get your
flight.
slice, though, you go on TikTok as well as in front of your family, and you show us your reaction. We have to see it.
I can. All right, I'll tell you what. Whenever I do get my first pizza pie, and yeah, you guys better follow us at the JJ Talk Show. I will literally record myself just for me to have one piece of pie. I
Just
promise you
one
guys.
bite. Just one bite. Yeah.
Just one bite. Yeah, just one bite. I will literally do that because my mom can
Tell
believe
you
it.
what,
Go ahead.
so I'm gonna tell you. You remember a couple weekends ago when my aunt was over here?
Mm-hmm.
So I was on the
That
phone
wasn't too
with
long ago. It
Jake
was like last
here,
week.
and it was like a week or two ago, you know. So I had my aunt here. We wanted a peanut butter sandwich, right? And all of a sudden I hear, "What's a peanut butter sandwich?" Jake has never had a peanut butter sandwich.
You know what?
And
Jake lives in
I
a high class. He's a high class, sophisticated person. He eats caviar from the Black Sea.
No, so I actually have some friends online that actually told me that the next time I go to work, I make sure that I buy a thing of peanut butter, and I literally bought a thing of peanut butter, and so I still have not tried a peanut butter and jelly sandwich as of yet. But once I get home, I told them, I said, I promise
Oh
them
my
I will
goodness.
do
Oh
this.
my goodness. Oh my goodness. We're that's okay. All right. In this case, we're going to make a new episode on or new segment on our show weekly when we come up at the
Oh
beginning
my,
of the year. Jake comes on our show and tries a brand new fruit product he's never tried before. You know,
don't
I heard
I was gonna
that
say
would be some entertaining stuff.
the fact that you're getting an idea is because of stuff I never tried. That's sad, but I mean, I'm actually willing to give it a try.
It's for example, I mean, okay, I was listening to this one radio station a couple years ago, and they had this guy. It was a segment called Ben Reads Rap. He never listened to a rap song, so they printed out him a rap page and that he never heard of, and he had to read it for the first time. And this is some hilarious stuff. You try doing that. You try to print out like rap lyrics, give it to someone who's never read that song before, and have them read it. Just read it normally.
The fact that the fact that there's a potential food segment involving me. Oh, hold on. Oh, I do want to remind you guys.
You're gonna gain like 25 pounds doing this.
I mean, I already feel like I've gained 25 pounds just by looking at all the food that's been made here. But no, the fact that I mean, there's stuff I never really tried because I used to live right next to a restaurant back in my home state for almost 20 years, and I've always ate greasy food from morning to lunch to breakfast. And then whenever we moved to our new place, we've lived that home life, and I'm still eating my greasy foods. So there's still things I still need to try.
Man, come on. Gosh. Okay, you know what? One thing I've never heard of, and it's not Thanksgiving wise, I saw this on YouTube like a month ago, was just an onion sandwich where you just slice a sliver of onion. You get 2 pieces of bread, you put mayonnaise on both slices, and you slice a whole slice of onion. And probably about thick. I don't know, like this thick maybe. And then you
And
just put on a sandwich, you put some pepper, and then you eat it. I'm like, okay, that I've never heard of before. I never eat onions raw. I normally always cook my onions or saute them.
I
That's
do
my
want
favorite thing.
I do want to say one thing though. We were supposed to be getting to the NFL Week 12, but all of a sudden I end up distracting everyone with this. So my apologies, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, can we?
Don't apologize. We got time. What's up? What's up, Trey?
I said, this is more entertaining. Let's talk about all the foods Jake haven't ate. But
We need a whole
onions
2-hour
are my favorite thing.
I gotta cook them. I just can't eat a whole slice of onion by itself and just But anyways, listen, that hippo's about to fly away. No, we're watching the Macy's parade, tuning in.
Yep.
But listen, my favorite. I have to honestly say, my favorite dish out of Thanksgiving is green bean casserole. I love green bean casserole. Matter of fact, I'm not having Thanksgiving here. I'm not bringing a dish here, but it's the only time you're gonna get me to eat vegetables on Thanksgiving. Okay.
You don't like vegetables?
Oh, I love vegetables. I just during Thanksgiving. I'm just not going to eat regular vegetables on Thanksgiving. You got to put something in it. You got mushrooms, you got green beans, you got onions. I mean,
Wait. Mushrooms are wait. Oh, hold on. I'm actually asking this. Mushrooms is a vegetable?
Yes.
hey, listen, it came from the ground.
Touche. The more you know. The more you know.
But but listen, I mean, I love a good green bean casserole. Listen, make your own onion crisp, make your own mushroom soup, cream of mushroom soup, put it in your green beans, bake that,
Yeah.
let that go, add some cheese. Ooh. I love a good
See,
green bean casserole.
this is why Trey's like my little brother here because he's literally like, why haven't you tried this? You need to try this. And then he'll be that one little brother that would just bring a bunch of stuff that I've never tried and just put it
Some
on my
random
plate.
crap that you pop that Listen, he's going to be the taste tester of everything now. Here, try this weird contraption that I think maybe tastes good. And if it does, if you like it, then I'll eat it. But if you don't like, if it kills you, then I don't have to deal with the pain.
Yeah. All right. We don't. I don't think we have enough time considering the fact that I'm
Hey, we
distracted
got
with
nothing
this.
but time. NFL Sunday week number 12 is here. Some epic shows down now. Listen, I know Trey, you gave me your picks on the text message last night. Justin gave me his, but I'm gonna have you retell
And
me
yes,
yours. By the way, huh?
What'd
What'd
you
you
I
say?
say,
said
Trey?
yes. I did the Bengals.
You better. You didn't pick the Bengals last week. What a shame. And they
I
and they
did.
they won.
They didn't.
No, you did not.
You did
Actually, no.
not.
I'm sorry. No, you did not. You picked the Vegas Raiders.
I didn't.
You picked the Raiders. I have it
I
right
did.
here.
No, I did
You picked the Raiders.
not. Don't make me go through my pictures.
Maybe I wrote down the
You
wrong
go through
thing.
my pictures. I guarantee you.
Maybe I gave you the Ravens on this one. We're gonna have to figure this out. Gosh.
All right. So while I'm
Hey,
talking to
why don't you
everyone
kick us
here,
off on Thursday showdown here? Thanksgiving football, 3 games going on. Trey. Go
yeah,
ahead.
let's go ahead and talk about it while these two are trying to find which one was right.
Right
So,
there, that Bengals right there, bro.
okay, but
Really? That's
hang
really
on,
what you
real
think?
quick. So yeah, to start your Thanksgiving afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, we have the Detroit Lions, the winningless Detroit Lions taking on the Chicago Bears in beautiful Ford Field in Detroit, Michigan. It is definitely going to be, to my opinion, we've always seen Detroit play every Thanksgiving. Doesn't surprise me. I mean, but yet to see them face the Chicago, I feel like when you got both teams struggling, especially with Detroit and Chicago. And the question is, which one is going to be able to come out on top? Well, we'll get to our picks after that, and then following after this, and yet I'm going to send my shout out to my dad for this. It is his beloved Dallas Cowboys taking on the Las Vegas Raiders in beautiful AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. And of course, to end things off, we have the New Orleans Saints taking on the Buffalo Bills. Now back to your regular schedule programming to see which one was right between Trey and Justin. Have you guys figured it out yet?
Yeah,
Yes,
Trey
I will
chose
tell you right now.
the
I will
Bengals, but
give
it doesn't really help him enough here because he still sucks in the showdown here. Um, I got the standings coming up here in just a
Hey,
moment. Uh, hey, listen, you don't need to choose the Bengals. The Bengals are not really.
what
I
did you
hate you
say?
on the
Say it to
Bengals,
my
Trey.
face.
Hey, the Bengals are going to beat the
Don't be
Steelers
hating on my bank.
Sunday night.
Yeah,
Hey, all right, so let's get this right down
28-21.
into it. All
That's the
right. He's calling it by the fucking point spread here. All right, so as of today, I have a total of 105 wins. Justin has 93 wins. Trey sucks and has 54 wins. And Jake has an excuse because he just joined last week. He has 8 wins on the total. But now we get into week
Come on,
number 12. We
get the
have some
program.
Thursday night football highlights here. And I have Justin's picks, but we got the 3 games. Thursday night football. Is anyone excited about what the actual matchups in the games?
In my opinion, the only game out of these three I'm really excited for is for both Dallas and Vegas, and then you have New Orleans and Buffalo because for these teams, we know how good Dallas is. They're currently in the lead of their division, but Buffalo, on the other hand, they just bumped down to second after losing to the Indianapolis Colts, bumping that back down to second to New England out of all teams. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how both teams are going to bounce back from their losses, with Dallas losing to Kansas City, and of course, I just mentioned Buffalo losing to Indianapolis. So what's the big question there? How are they going to handle this? We'll definitely get to our picks. The Detroit-Chicago game, I don't really care for it, but I'm still going to watch it anyways because it's Thanksgiving, and football is football the way I see it, regardless of who the teams play.
All right. Well, listen. With that being said, all right, we got one more commercial break coming to you. Come back. We'll pick our teams, wrap up the show, get you guys out. Happy Thanksgiving around the world. Week 12's NFL picks coming up next.
I got wasted on the dry land. Somebody tell me what the hell is going on. Then it hits me like an anvil. I must have known you would do this right from the start. In a treasure, I just pleasure. I was defined to see when it fell apart. I got wasted on the dry land, and I lost my judgment the moment I met you. I keep on falling down. I keep on running around. Please tell me, what are you looking for? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. So you're running to an alley, a narrow pierce me right through the heart. So I went down by the river and I tried to drown you, 'cause it's all I can do. I keep on falling down. I keep on running around. Please tell me, what are you looking for? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I got wasted on the dry land. Somebody tell me what the hell is going on. Then it hits me like an anvil. I must have known you would do this right from the start. I don't know. I don't know.
Computer could be slow here. I tell you that. Don't ask about the music.
Well, when I woke up, she was looking at me. She told me I've been cheating on her in her dream.
I ran out of songs, man.
Lord, what the
Unmute yourself.
I could do or say to change her mind in any way. She told me that things was gonna change if I wanted her. I couldn't stay the same. So
All right, welcome back to another episode of the J&J Talk Show. We're wrapping up this 2 o'clock hour. I got Jake over here laughing on mute, and he's just cracking up. The song
I'm good.
selection the last time.
I'm
No,
good.
you're not.
I'm good.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
I'm good. I'm all good. I'm
I
all
ran out
good.
of songs, okay? I mean, shoot.
That sounds
I'm just
like
going down the list. That's
that
getting
sounds
ready
like
for
a,
your NASCAR racing here.
yeah. Oh, well, hey, we have better songs than that. If that was the case. That sounds like someone that just grabs some lyrics from a Dollar Tree or a Dollar General and just put them on a piece of
Hey.
paper. I'm
Hey,
kidding. I'm
don't judge.
kidding. But
Hey, don't hate. Don't hate. Don't hate.
I'm not hating. I'm not
Don't
hating.
hate.
I'm not hating.
All right, NFL Showdown picks. Let's get right into things, into the swing of things. We got Thursday football, a three-game epic showdown, a triple header today. Chicago Bears versus the Detroit Lions. Justin has the Detroit Lions picking up their first victory.
All right, Trey.
Uh, I think I'm gonna go for Chicago. I think that's what I meant. I picked on this week's pick.
You know what?
All right, you got Chicago.
I think I can honestly speak on behalf of my family. We all believe in Thanksgiving miracles. So, yeah, I'm going to go with the Detroit Lions, giving them a Thanksgiving miracle by getting their first win of the season. So, give me Detroit.
Hey, they're at home. It's Thanksgiving. A little bit of thankful. Hey, say put an extra 20 in that pot on Sundays.
Exactly.
Listen,
Exactly.
and listen, if you win this game, you get a Thanksgiving dinner. If you lose, you're gonna eat out of a homeless shelter. How about that? I'm going with Detroit as well. Las Vegas over in Dallas. I'm not very invested in this game. Dallas lost last week. Justin picks the Cowboys. I got Cowboys coming at home in this one here. I think they're going to dominate. What about you guys?
Trey.
Uh, I think I picked Dallas also.
You know what?
I can't remember, but
And I'm going to have to stick with Dallas on this one. They're my dad's favorite team. So, Dallas on this one.
A Buffalo Bills team that got moved out of first place this past week can't get back on the right winning track. The Patriots are just looking like fire here, but they're going up against the New Orleans Saints, who are obviously still having quarterback issues. Justin has Buffalo in this one. I think Buffalo, this one's going to be crucial for Buffalo to win. I say that this Thursday night game, usually by the nighttime game, I'm out of it. I'm not really caring about Thursday night football anymore. But Buffalo Saints, me and Justin has the Bills.
Trey.
I got New Orleans.
Wow. You're gonna go with New Orleans on this one. Me, I'm. It's not gonna be a high scoring game for Buffalo, but I'm gonna stick with Buffalo anyways. It's gonna come down to like maybe a 3-point game.
All righty. Hey, listen, we get right into Sunday's football, which is going to come down to the epic showdown. Here's a team that you guys want to go heated heat. It's going to be Jake versus Trey here this Sunday as the Pittsburgh Steelers take on the Cincinnati Bengals. The Cincinnati Bengals will be at home. Being lost, the Steelers lost back on Sunday night against the Chargers, which I think came to an interesting upset. The Bengals, who they were, did they win last week?
They did.
They did win last week. They beat the Raiders. They beat them comfortably. And this is the point of the season where I think if the Bengals have a shot at a postseason opportunity, this is when they come over and they actually take 0-2 from Pittsburgh. I really feel like the Steelers, and I'm sorry, Jake, but the Steelers just do not have what it takes. I think they're banged up. I think they're almost done for the season, and I think you're going to see it this weekend.
Trey.
I go Cincinnati. Jake, you go Pittsburgh.
Honestly, we might have had some key injuries, especially towards the Chargers game, but I feel like Watt's going to be coming back this Sunday, so our defense is going to be good. Offense, I don't think we'll do great, but either way, though, I am not shy of admitting our mistakes. So give me Pittsburgh. We're going to bounce back from this. It's not gonna, like same with Buffalo. It's not going to be a high scoring game. It's going to come down to 3 to 2 points.
It's going to all come down to who could keep their cool throughout the game as well. New York Jets over in Houston. Justin picks Houston on this one. They're home. I got to go with the home team on this one. Otherwise, this game doesn't really mean that much to me.
Sure.
Who did I pick? I don't know who I picked. Who did I pick?
Really? You're having this trouble now? We got like 10 minutes left on the show.
Pick Texans. I picked
Texans.
Y'all pick Texans.
Yeah.
I hate to say this, but give me the Dolphins. Give me Miami.
No. It's the Jets in Houston.
Oh, Jets. I thought you said Dolphins in Houston. Sorry. Then
I
yeah,
said
give
New
me.
York.
Come on,
Oh,
Jake.
sorry,
Get your
sorry.
crap.
Then give me the home team. Give me the Texans. Sorry about that, yo.
All right, we got Tampa Bay over in Indianapolis. I think this one. I mean, you want to say this one's a no-brainer here, but I'm gonna go. I'm gonna buy into the no-brainer part. I got Tampa Bay beating the Indianapolis Colts.
That's who I'm picking too. Is Tampa.
I hate. I don't want to say I'll have to go with Tampa Bay on this one, but to me, I feel like Indianapolis is still looking good. But then again, it's against Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So give me the Buccaneers in this one.
It's so hard because Tampa Bay shows like they have a lot of great talent on their team. They should be undefeated, but I mean, then they should pull up crap like these losses like they've been having, and
Yeah.
it's all over the place. We have the Atlanta Falcons over in Jacksonville. Justin thinks that Jacksonville will pick up their third victory on the season. Does that become a reality?
Yes. Give me
Mm-mm.
Jacksonville on this one.
I'm pretty sure I picked Atlanta.
Trey, you're the one who picked these teams. You should know.
Well,
You picked
that
Atlanta.
was last time.
Doing your job for you. Carolina over in Miami. Cam Newton's back. I got Carolina. Justin got Miami. I don't think Miami has a chance.
I picked I picked Carolina because of Cam Newton coming back.
Give me Carolina on this one.
Alrighty, we have Tennessee over in New England. I know that New England has been performing great. Tennessee also has the better record in the AFC. Justin picks Tennessee, but I'm going New England at home.
I'm picking
I'm buying
Tennessee.
into the Patriots.
With the way the New England's role has been, I mean, there's no doubt about it. So give me New England on this one. I feel like Tennessee will have a 2-game losing streak.
I mean, as far as this first page shows, I mean, you got the Steelers and the and the Bengals, which is going to be an epic showdown. So coming through the line so far, Tennessee, New England's been built up to be a pretty good game. Philadelphia and New York to face the Giants. Justin has Philadelphia. They just got New York Giants just got rid of their head coach this past Monday after losing to the Tampa Bay. Does the Giants have enough what it takes to prevail?
No, give me Philadelphia on this one.
I picked the Eagles as well.
All right, we're going Eagles across the board. Yeah, I mean, whenever you come off of a loss of a head coach, you fire your head coach. It's kind of like up in the air, and New York hasn't been playing any better as of late. Chargers are over in Denver. I believe Justin. I see. I didn't do the last part. I choose the Chargers. What do you guys got?
I chose Chargers.
Same thing. Give me Chargers.
Justin chooses Chargers as well. We're clean across the slate with the Chargers. Yeah, I mean, they look like they're trying to run away with the division. They have to chase the Chiefs here. The Rams over in Green Bay. Listen, this is actually going to be a good afternoon game.
Is this going to be at Lambeau or is this going to be at SoFi?
It's at Lambeau.
Trey?
I picked Packers.
Okay.
I feel like, as much as I hate to say this for the Rams, I feel like their lackluster performance will continue. So give me Green Bay on this one.
Yeah. I want to say that I'm going to go against the odd here and pick the Rams here just to mix things up. See, I'm so far ahead of you guys in the wins that I could just do whatever I want and not have to be affected by it.
I've been really surprised to see how LA does, especially the fact that they've struggled over the last couple of weeks and add in Von Miller and Odell Beckham. They got to get
They
right on the
have,
same
but
page.
this is, hey, it's Thanksgiving. You get back in the chance. I can see why Green Bay would win, but I'm going to try to stick with the Rams on this one. Minnesota over in San Francisco. Justin picks Minnesota. I'm going San Francisco on this one. I think that they're back to stay. They're back in action. Minnesota being on the road, I think they're going to lose.
I picked the 49ers.
Same here. Give me the 49ers on this one. Jimmy Graham's going to end up having, or sorry, Jimmy Garoppolo is going to end up having a great performance.
Who's Jimmy Graham?
I meant Jimmy Garoppolo. Sorry.
Cleveland Sunday Night Football. Cleveland and Browns taking on the Baltimore Ravens after the Browns. I mean, I don't even know who won last week. The Ravens beat Chicago last week, and then the Browns looked like they won, or did they win? I don't know. Off the notes. What do you guys got?
Trey.
I've got Cleveland.
Go ahead.
I've got
Cleveland's.
Cleveland.
Go ahead.
The Ravens haven't been doing good at all.
For me, considering the fact that I hate both of these teams, no offense to anyone that roots for them, I wish I could say it would end at a tie, but give me Baltimore in this one. Give me Baltimore.
Listen, if the Steelers could tie with the Lions, these two teams could definitely tie as well.
Please don't bring that up. That was 2 weeks ago, bro. That was 2 weeks ago.
That's gonna be if that's the only closest thing they ever gonna get to a win, then yeah, we're gonna bring it up forever. We have the I haven't even picked my team. I'm gonna choose. I'm going Cleveland on this one. To be honest, I don't want to see Baltimore win. I want to see Baltimore out eliminated. And last but not least, Sunday Night Football showdown: Seattle Seahawks taking on the Washington Football Team. Russell Wilson's back, but he's going to take a couple weeks to get back with the hand injury that he had. Trustin has Seattle. I'm going Seattle too, but can Washington pull off a victory?
Wait, so you're saying we have 2 Sunday night games? Don't you mean a Monday night?
No, this is a Monday night game. You're right. Yeah. Listen, by the time we get to Monday, I'm going to forget about Monday night.
Trey, go ahead.
I picked Seattle.
I'm going to be on the opposite of this one. Give me the Washington Football Team because I feel like Seattle's not playing their best, and that their performance is not going to show come Washington.
There we go. That is week number 12's picks. We got them in. Hey, we're at the end of our 2-hour mark, you guys. We made it. Final thoughts here on Thanksgiving, everybody?
I'm tired.
I know. Are you going back to bed, or are you up for the rest of the day?
I'm up. If you drag me out of bed, I'm up for the rest of the day.
Hey, this is a practice for you for having to get up and get ready for for the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
I need to start up.
And I do want to say this on behalf of myself, Trey, and Justin, to the entire J&J Talk Show family. We all want to wish you guys a happy Thanksgiving. Spend time with family, friends, your loved ones. Honestly, the family. Outside of my actual family, this is the family you see right here. We're all a family. So from our family to yours, happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Jake, why are you ruining my line? That's my line to end the show.
I gotta ruin some things. I gotta ruin some things.
Hey, listen. Well enough said. Listen, for Trey, for Jake, for everyone in part of the J&J Talk Show, I'm Justin, and you guys have yourself a wonderful Thanksgiving.